advantage. But now going into Numbani, from what you've seen about these maps, what's your prediction for this map?
It's either gonna be pretty close or it's gonna be a blowout. Nabani is one of those weird maps that if you're able to pretty much prevent the enemy team from getting the first point, you're pretty solid. If you let that go, and then your next push that where you try to kind of like fight them in the streets, you either A, stop them, or B, get farmed. Just like really like no in between, and then they're pushing that to second point already. And then you're in your better case for the defending team to kind of like mitigate some of the pushes from there, because now you're gonna have all not all advantage, but the distance. You're gonna have quicker spawn time. It makes it harder for the attacking team to actually cap the point on you, as we saw from Salt City Lights team after they got freaking farmed a little bit, and then they managed to hold about 5 minutes of the 6 minutes that they needed to do. So it's pretty doable. You can get farmed and then do all the farming back. But again, this is one of those weird maps that I don't like playing in. I don't like Numbani. I think it's pretty low and no me gusta. But maybe Lionheart and Vengeance have some kind of strategy where they're like, you know what, I'm amazing at Numbani. We've been practicing Numbani. And I know the enemy team is like a Chimera and they hate this map, so we're just gonna put them on there and they're gonna take a quick L. Who knows?
But going into something that talks about Proto's Diva, so many people who've gone up against this team complain about it, and his defense matrix are so perfectly placed is such an annoyance to deal with. And not even that, but even when he's not having that defense matrix up, he still does so much damage, getting consistently killed with his self-destruct and just his fusion cannon. But right now, going into the...
get a Zenyatta and give him the Discord.
Is going to be immediately taken out and not really getting that much charge. And this is where one of the maps where I would say if you're going to run a builder, I would say run the Symmetra and not really run the Torb. I want to say that Symmetra, I feel like personally is a little bit stronger than Torb. But going into this now, the turret being consistently destroyed, the entire team up in the backline, Lionheart, not Lionheart, name's having me switch, but Vengeance, just fighting on point, getting all these kills. Everybody on the side of Lionheart, however, though, getting extremely low, as Fortify on the Zenyatta just farmed everyone.
Enemy turret destroyed.
My ultimate is charging.
And they take this first point very quickly.
My ultimate is charging. That's your delivery on the way.
Yep, there we go. Alright, that's better now.
Damage output increased.
Damn it!
You feel that?
But now going into this next point, Fortify on the Zenyatta, not something we see a lot out of this team, but
my ultimate is almost ready.
With the new pickups of AK, Turret, and Pico now, I believe switching to the starter, very interesting to see what's gonna happen. Ripsnore on this Widow in the backline, just given a lot of free room as they have no one to contest him. However, those self-destruct coming out, Proto not really getting anything out of that except other than just zoning out the enemy team. Visor coming out, but a Transcendence coming out to mitigate all that damage. And AK Tourette's on this McCree just absolutely going off. Getting all the kills right now with the help of Fortify.
I'm on fire.
AKA Tourette's an amazingly solid McCree. Really hard to kill. Is able to output so much damage on him and being consistent with him. Alpha JJ getting the better of that Pico battle that they were having. And the self-destruct coming out, not getting anyone. However, though, the high noon coming, gonna be getting Rift North. And is able to kill Creepy on the Lucio. Kills going for a vengeance, but it's not enough as actually they're forced to back up as everybody else on the team did die. And now, burning through this time, 4 minutes remaining. Pulse Bomb coming out, not going to be getting anyone out of that. Transcendence coming out, going to be keeping everyone alive. However, though, Judge is going to be dying to that, Pulse Bomb. Tourette's getting the Lucian, demeching the Diva, but gets immediately shut down by Zero's Earth Shatter. And now going in. And now going in. Sound barrier, self-destruct, pulse bomb are all going to be up going into this. Along with Lionheart, going to be having that sound barrier of their own, along with Rez. However, though, AK Tourette's getting that kill before he can get it. Should be demeching the Diva. And Pulse Bomb, the self-destruct actually getting the Lucio and all the kills going in their favor as they're gonna finish this first map with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
0-3. Switching sides.
Man, what a push from Team Fortify. I wonder if Creepio and Lionheart will gonna give them a run for the money with just an equal push, or will they fall under the pressure of Fortify's defense? Let's see what kind of team comp they're running. Lionheart's still gonna be running the same old Diva in the win. Actually, when I say Winston, he's gonna switch off of it.
I will protect you.
Zero, obviously, also they're a Rhyme player, so wouldn't be surprised if they want to run a very standard comp.
Well, they're gonna be running the Pharmacy, the Soldier, pretty standard comp there. Pro's gonna be on the Diva there. I'm just worried since they're not running a Zenyatta. Pro's just gonna have his way again with every single push.
But now going into this offense, triple tank actually coming out from Lionheart, these last second switches. And this isn't exactly the safest thing, as it shows the team is kind of unaware what to run. And now going into this, a hook onto the Reinhardt is going to give him that kill as they're going to force everybody to back off immediately. AK Tourette's now on this McCree on this high ground, just doing so much work. Is actually getting pressured a lot. Fortify now onto the Ana, playing the top support, and he's actually showing a lot of flexibility. There's Shatter coming in, but is only going to be able to take out, is not going to be able to take out anything, as Judge himself is going to be going to go down. Kill on the Tico, and now with no Mercy or Symmetra on their team, all of these kills are going to be permanent, and they're going to take this point in their second push.
Looking at some good time by Lionheart here, coming down to the straight phase. Zero falling, pushing up on the Reinhardt, getting his crispy bubbles. He's got an ultimate right now. King's backing up. I think they're going to rejoin for a quick push here.
Yep,
we got turrets on the McCree in the top right there in the hotel. They're just escorting the payload on. Nobody's really going to go and fight this right now. There's a bunch of shield battles going on right now.
And a huge ult advantage up for the side of Lionheart. This is going to be extremely difficult for them to hold on to this with only the 4 ults that they have up. Nano Ryan coming out along with the High Noon, and both teams actually throwing everything into this fight except a few ults. And the winners are going to be Vengeance, and now less time remaining than where they were at, getting held in the street phase. This is not ideal. However, though, a huge ult advantage is up for them, as they are going to have Visor along with both support ults.
Time to accelerate.
The payload is in my charge.
And that's coming
Hammer down.
Their hammer down is going to be coming out, but however, the sound barrier coming out. Proto going to be popping off his team's final ult. Tico going to be getting whole hog and immediately popping off, not conserving it at all. And Cake going to be rezzing now that all the ults are done and dealt with. However, all the kills are still going in the favor of Vengeance, as they're going to hold on to this one more time. And now 3 minutes remaining. This is where things are going to start getting dangerous for the final point, as they may not even be able to finish this with time. And now going around, this Visor up, Cakes is going to have to be able to force to stay on Alpha to sort of damage boost them. But, however though, Shatter coming out, going to be getting 3 down, and kills actually going a little bit even. However though, the advantage right now for Vengeance, as they have a 2-man advantage in this fight, 3, 4, as they're going to force Ricky to run away. But however, that hook from Tico is going to immediately put him down into the ground.
There's no glory in a stalled payload.
Some team switches here. At that time, alarm ringing in the background.
Yep, and now Vengeance looking very strong to hold them in 3 phase. Proto popping his ult, but not able to find anything. However, the High Noon from aka Tourette's going to be blocking any free roam, sort of forcing everybody to pile together behind the line field. But now Judge is just winging away, doing whatever he wants. Air Shatter coming out, but not going to be getting anyone. Zero completely boxing it. Sound Barrier coming out. Gonna keep both sides healthy for this. But however, Nano Ryan coming out, and a Shatter coming out from him as he's just swinging away into the backline with that damage boost. And now a minute remaining. This is where things are going to start getting extremely deadly. Alpha JJ in the backline is gonna get picked off, and Judge dying to
60
take.
seconds remaining.
I think there was a mistake there. The Lionheart was solo by himself. They could have just let him stay alive a little bit longer to try to stagger out the kill to ensure them they could have pushed this a little bit more along.
Yep, and now going in, Alpha JJ gonna be having the visor up. Gonna be very important for him to go to work with this, as he's right now the only ult. Earth Shatter is gonna be up for this next fight. Proto throwing his ult, not gonna be finding anyone. That he's been having a somewhat quiet game with his ult. But however, aka Tourette's getting another kill with his high noon. He's been consistently getting kills, and that's quite remarkable with high noon not being as useful as an ult anymore. Obviously, a lot of different ults outvalue it. And Pico now going on to the soldier was on that hog, showing that flexibility. And Judge having that Earth Shatter is going to be a problem, as Zero does too, and both Ryans are now going to be forced to play that mind game with the shield battle. Shatter coming out from both Ryans, but however Zero no follow through and gets completely shut down, while Vengeance looking extremely strong.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
And now Diva getting V-Max, gonna be forcing Pico to back off. And Alpha JJ just holding on to his attack visor. I don't feel like it is a good call.
30 seconds remaining.
Ready to deploy.
My ultimate is charged.
Pick it up. This is gonna make you feel better.
Last fight coming out.
Yep, last fight is now coming out, and High Noon coming out from a threat. But the Ryan charging in, he's not going to be protecting anyone from it. However, though, this nano boost not really finding any real damage. However, though, advantage right now for the side of Vengeance. Mercy going, Diana going down. Mercy actually now going down to AK Tourette's, and Baby Diva chasing down Rip Snort on the Zarya, who is somewhat charged, and he's not even going to be able to contest the point, as they're going to get held.
Finals.
Yeah, like I said before the match started, I think it's going to be difficult if they're not running a Zen to pretty much counter the tanks that they'd be running. They need to kill the Ana. I don't believe she was pretty much contested in much of that game, and she just freely healed up the Reinhardt and the Diva, making them never dying. And then they allowed Turrets and Junior Secret to just do whatever they wanted, whether it was a McCree from the high ground or a soldier from the distance, or a Roadhog that went on the flank going for a support player.
Yep,
I believe as soon as they switched off the pharmacy, I think Cake should have been the Zenyatta, or maybe she could have been, or he could have been the Lucio, and Creepy could have played the Zen.
Yup, and now just getting obviously the second map of the series. This obviously a best of 3, and right now Vengeance being 1-up in the series. Our other two maps being either King's Row or Watchpoint Gibraltar, as they've actually decided to play defense on Watchpoint. And what do you think about that going into this, Primera, from what you've seen with these teams?
I don't know how anybody does on Watchpoint Gibraltar. That is, I believe that's the longest payload map that's in this game, and it's weird. I don't like it, particularly in the second hangar phase. It's extremely difficult if you have a pretty decent Genji on the opposing team, or a Pharah that knows how to keep her distance, and teams that just know how you really capitalize on the high ground. it really makes you, as the opposing team, the attacking team, it makes it really difficult for you to properly push because you need to go and compete with them on the high ground, make a couple picks, then drop down so you can push your payload. And whether if you take too long making some picks, if you drop down too early, or you're just kind of, you know, fumbling around with your coordination, I think you could really suffer a lot of losses there.
Yep, and I'm not sure if you'd pick defense first against this fortified team, as they're very aggressive and they know how to set the pace of the game.
I don't know, maybe that's the strategy to always play defense just to see what they need to beat, as opposed to starting off on offense. And, you know, because if their offense was just as will be on equal quality of what their last map was, you know, they're probably going to be maybe in the second point a little bit further. So perhaps they want to come out, shut them down before the second point, and then for them Lionheart can just beat them instead. And then hopefully if that works out the way they're planning, then they can go to King's Row and hopefully take the map there.
Yep. And now Ripsnore actually onto the main. This is a legitimate pick. It's too far late. They're not going to run back and go switch out. And this is going to be very interesting. And Tico actually now onto the Bastion. Very interesting as they are going to push up onto the payload. And Lionheart no longer hiding, doing that very sneaky strat that they're known for. Just playing around. Maybe they knew something about what was up about the Bastion. But as we do get into the Ripsnore now on this May, just firing icicles from a distance. And Ripsnore actually kills himself. That was a little bit of a botched move. Not exactly what they wanted to, as he just walled himself off. But however, those kills actually going in the favor of Lionheart even without that. So it is very possible for them to hold. Now Tico being forced heavily in the enemy side is gonna be killing this, as nobody is focusing Tico in the backline. Finally, the Hog's gonna hook him, de-morph him, and gonna push up. And now Lionheart gonna be holding on this, looking extremely strong. And Lionheart looking very strong, is spreading themselves out extremely well, Watchpoint being one of their stronger maps, I would have to say. They obviously pick it whenever something isn't going for them. And Dragonblade coming up, immediately going for the soldier. Going to be looking for the two-man res from Keika. But however, the follow-through isn't there afterwards, as the tanks are actually going low for the side of Lionheart again, as they're getting picked off again.
This is what I'm saying with the second hanger phase. Vengeance putting on the pressure on the defending team, pushing up pretty much all the way to the second point here. Completely foregoing the payload with just a single Lucio on it. And now they're falling back.
Yep. And now going into this hanger phase, both sides having 4 ults up. But now going for the shatter coming out. However, though, AKA Tourette's with this Dragonblade, you're going to backline and it's slicing and dicing as he gets 3 kills. However, though, the rest of his team is there to actually follow through as they get a 6-man. And now they're going to take the second phase with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Kick going down at Judge just in the backline, swinging away. Reinhardt's looking extremely strong. Finally, Skirt gonna be shutting down the Lionheart, but he'll be very questionable about anything else that happens for them, as all the kills right now are going in their favor, as all the damage is for them too. AKA Tourette's actually popping Dragon Blade regardless, and is actually able to get 2 kills. So the moment they're back, they can just push in with this numbers advantage, as obviously their spawn is closer. And AKA Tourette's is just going off, doing so much work. Very shocking that his team didn't make it into PWL, I would say. But now going at Alpha JJ, getting a very strong convincing show. As the Genji, just AKA Tourette's, is doing so much work, just working on these triple targets. As he's on a 20-player kill streak minimum, just going off. Nobody really paying any attention to him in this cap line. Rift North finally gonna shut down AKA Tourette's. Judge getting a kill onto Alpha JJ before he is forced to back up.
Nope, nice pick coming into a Dragon Blade there. Baby Girl Mercy goes down. Zarya's gonna come down too. 33 picks down. Hopefully they could just get the Lucio off the payload and they could push it up home free.
Yup. And now going into the final 3 meters of the map. And they're finally gonna push it through with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
I believe this is pretty much GG here. Hate to call it early, but unless they're gonna run a Zenyatta and discord these targets, they just are dealing too much damage that Lionheart's support cannot out heal at the moment, and that's just simply how it is right now. Unless they're gonna stop Junior Tico's Tracer or Akaturret's Genji play, there's not too much that they could do. The Divas are going to be kind of annoying and try to be in your face, taking down your Mercy. And again, I don't believe Fortify is really being contested as an Ana. He's just sitting in the back, healing up his team, while everybody else is just having their free range and whatever they want to do. Not too much did you see Team Lionheart put the brakes on Vengeance and actually stop them or pressure them in the slightest. It looked like Lionheart was just trying to, keep their feet afloat when they're kind of like wading in deep waters, and unfortunately they didn't last too long there.
Yup, and could you just take over for a second? I just need to get a glass of water.
Yeah, I got you. Alright, we're gonna see no new changes from Team Lionheart. You can see Rift Snort on the Zarya, Okripio on the Lucio, King on the Mercy, Zero on the Reinhardt, Alpha JJ on the Tracer, and Skirt on the Roadhog. I think we're gonna see Alpha on the Tracer as opposed to his Soldier on defense. And out of Vengeance, you're not really gonna see too much except the double skirmish is gonna change into a McCree Zarya. Looks like this is pretty much their go-to defense. Trip tank with a McCree as opposed to a Soldier as you see in the meta. Alright, so Team Lionheart is going to be on the payload pushing right now. Rift Snort chucking some Zarya bombs up there, just trying to get some charge. Looks like they're not really going to contest Team Lionheart. Rift Snort is going to come up on the upper platforms here, trying to knock some people down with Skirt helping them out. Alpha JJ on the Tracer coming up on the top rope. But it's just gonna fall back down as everybody else is gonna collapse on the point here, and they're making pretty decent strides. So far, no picks on either side, but it's just a matter of time where someone's gonna get farmed very quick. Reinhardt making a push right here with a bubble, but I think he's gonna be the first casualty. And so both the Reinhardts go down. Cake over here putting up the last kill, but then Proto finishes off Cake. Creepy will go down, Rift North is going down, and I think that's pretty much Vengeance team.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Nano boost is charging.
My ultimate is charged.
Team Lionheart rebuilding right now. They're gonna go up in the upper elevation on the second point here, trying to see if they could contest in the high ground. They already got Alpha JJ coming up on the tracer, trying to see if he could get a pick or two. Already at 80% ult.
Check this out.
They're gonna have some shield fight. Oh, they got a pick, but she captures a bubble. I don't think this workout is gonna go too well with the Roadhog if the enemy Zarya is just gonna keep giving bubbles to the D.Va. You're just going to be feeding the Zarya and the D.Va both times, and you're not really going to make any pick out of it. There's going to be a fight in the server room over here with the health packer, and there goes the first casualty. Zero's going to be falling, then the judge by Skirt with a hook there, and we're catching a Zarya bomb right in the center here. And who's going to emerge victorious out of here? Would it be Vengeance or would it be Lionheart? Lionheart's coming out, Ripsnor going down to the D.Va bomb, and that's pretty much in all of Vengeance's favor.
Raising the volume. My ultimate is ready. Hello.
My ultimate is ready.
Alright, Team Lionheart coming up with all 5 ultimates there. I believe they just used the trace bomb in the server room in the last push there. 4 to 5 Vengeance team is going to come up with about 4 right now, and we're going to see who's going to play off the better combo here. We have Skirt flanking in the back, trying to see if he could get a pick off the Ana. Oh, a mishook there. They know he's there. He's going to have to back off, or now he's going to risk getting it now. Proto's already fighting at him as a D.Va. Now they're all rejoining at the lower control point near the health pack room. Skirt's skill gonna go and make an outflank, but we're already taking a couple casualties. Creepier going down, Ripsnor going down. Skirt finally hitting up that 4 to 5 in the back, but I believe his life is pretty much in danger. The point's pretty much contested with teams. Skirt making up another pick right here, taking on the Lucio. He was in his face matrixing. Zarya's full charge on Vengeance, but I believe this is going to be the Team Lionheart's win right here. They're going to be able to push a payload, and we're going to see Skirt on the Roadhog and Alpha JJ on the Tracer pushing up, trying to pick up the McCree. Up, Ana just got picked. The Lucio's contesting Skirt right now while he's taking a breather, and we're going to see Alpha JJ trying to get a pick, but he gets picked himself by Akatura.
Yup, and AKA Tourette's getting a second kill now. Just as McCree doing so much work. And now going in the hangar, this is where things start getting extremely deadly for the side of Vengeance, for the side of Lionheart, in the favor of Vengeance, as that high ground abuse is going to be extremely deadly with this McCree. Alpha JJ is going to have to be the playmaker, as he's got to dislodge everyone. Oh, AK Tourette's nearly getting that Lucio, gonna be forced to jump down and get it. And actually helped the judge get a kill on him. And AK Tourette's is just hitting shot after shot, not finishing these targets off, but getting them so low for his teammates to get those kills. Just an amazing player.
Yeah, right now it's coming what I said earlier in the match there. Unless you're going to contest him on the high ground, as you see the McCree of Vengeance up in the high ground there, pretty much doing whatever he wants, and it's just going to be very disastrous if they don't take high ground themselves and try to make a pick. Alpha JJ putting a pick on Akaturets. They're just going down to Zero falling, and the Gravitron sticky bomb coming out to them, but most of them are surviving. Proto comes up with the D.Va bomb, killing out Ocreepio. Alpha JJ makes another pick on Vengeance Lucio, and 45 is going down to that. Proto over here making another pick on the Reinhardt, and Ripsnor getting taken out by Junior Tico. Junior Tico is getting taken out by Alpha JJ, and Alpha JJ is having a field day farming everybody right now, and they're going to push the payload. Team Lionheart. Hopefully Team Lionheart pushes up too much and prevents Vengeance from coming out and contesting this point, but I believe that's already forego the case, because there's already 2 Vengeance teammates coming back. And Skirt seeing Akaturets on the high ground airplane here, where he comes out victorious on the 1v1. Oh, he's pulling out savagery and single ulting the Akaturets right there, while his teammates are fighting on the point. Looks like the judge is over here farming Ripsnor and Alpha JJ on the point, and I believe that's Lionheart's L right there. Skirt chilling in the airplane hangar. I'm gonna go spec Ripsnor real quick. He's on the high ground on the right hand side, coming in with about 26 charge. dropping down already. Maybe that's a little too early. I would have liked him to stay on the high ground more. But maybe skirt on the airplane could do something up. But Proto's over here contesting. It's skirt on top of the airplane. While Richnor's coming out on the point, giving out the bubbles, dishing out a bunch of damage, but he just got anti-healed. And the beat coming out from Lionheart's Lucio Ocreepio. They gotta get Proto off Baby Girl Mercy there, or she's gonna go down pretty quick with her revive, and she's going down without her revive. All these arts going off on the point, and it's just Vengeance coming down. It's just a couple seconds to see if Alpha J just can contest this point, but Baby Diva on the point says no way, GG.
And they take the map, and they take the series too. Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Vengeance coming out extremely strong.
Victory. Play of the match.
AKA correct on this game.
Yeah, I still say if maybe they had a Zenyatta, maybe things would have been different. Maybe they would have pressure fortify a bit more like they did on their offensive push as opposed to their defensive one. Maybe it could have gone a little bit better. But again, I believe maybe some choices were a little bit better. I just don't think that they really out healed the damage that they were taking, as opposed to Team Vengeance, who were running the Ana, that were pretty much keeping everybody maximum health all the time and just keeping everybody, you know, pretty well together. It was pretty difficult when you had Mercy healing somebody and just Lucio there. And again, in that hangar phase, if you don't really have top ground, you really lose a lot of time, whether it's a pick from here, a pick from there, and then sometimes you just have to cut your losses and regroup, and that just kills more and more time. And the hangar phase is one of those phases that you either get it or you're going to have an insane amount of time trying to overtake it. And especially against Team Fortify or Team Vengeance that was running such a maneuverability comp. You know, the Diva can pretty much go where she wants. The McCree I always saw on high ground, and everybody else pretty much was on the point or they're pushed up a decent amount to really contest Team Lionheart.
Yep, and I couldn't agree more with that analysis of the game. But that is going to be the series and our matches for today. So thank you all for who came. Obviously, we didn't have a large crowd. We only had 20 viewers. But thank you to everyone who did come. If anybody, even Joe, left their screen on for us, just helping out the community grow and whatnot. But please do catch us tomorrow as we do start Season 2, Week 1, Day 1. We've got some amazing matches as Outlaws. Our EU team is going to be playing that day. It's going to be amazing to see what they can do. And thank you all for coming, and see you guys.